So I wanted to I wanted to pivot a little bit and just talk about the intentions that we take with being prepared for events, because I know that's something that you're passionate about, and especially with the state of the world, there's something going on every single day. How can event professionals be more intentional in how we prepare our attendees, our events for just the unexpected?
Well, and thank you for that question. And let me, to anyone listening or watching, acknowledge what you just said, that the world is in a place of divisiveness and conflict. And what I believe to be true is that events are gathering of people, right? So if people are in conflict or have concerns, it is perfectly reasonable that that would show up at an event, and you need to consider it. So, the first thing I want to tell all of my colleagues to do is you need to be proactive. So, the same way that we journey map and we consider our nursing mothers, or we consider someone with a language barrier, or et cetera, unfortunately, we need to be talking about their overall safety and wellness. So, what might that look like? That may look like creating, I just heard about this today, an introvert lounge, where
Hmm.
it's a dedicated space where introverts, individuals who have that identity, can walk in and not have to talk. It could mean taking a meditative moment, depending on the nature of the organization, to acknowledge what's in the room, not in a faith forward way, but allowing people to calm themselves, be present, etc., because there is so much happening globally. And then, of course, it does need to mean, what is your preparedness? And my heart goes out to Maine, and it's not just Maine. What does it mean if there's an active shooter situation? And what I'm finding is that our hotel partners, venue partners, have a preparedness guide. And so it would behoove anyone, if you are reading the news, unfortunately, you can't unsee what's happening. But what, and you may not be able to control it. Actually, none of us can control it, but you can prepare to the best of your ability. And the last one I would offer, as someone who's actually had to use this skill, is who on your team is CPR certified?
Mhm.
I didn't think I would ever have to use that. And it was the byproduct of a mentor saying to me many years ago, I want the entire team certified. And so I've kept up my certification. I need to do a better job with my team. But my larger point here is, if it's impacting people, assume it can impact your events. And your question as a planner, or your challenge in the Mission Impossible speak, is, how are you being proactive and supporting the full range of your guests and attendees experience?
Yeah, absolutely. You said just so much there to just think about, and we are in some way we are responsible for how that goes, or at least to be as much as prepared as we can. And you mentioned that some hotels and providers, they do have, like, say, their emergency response plan, and I think also it's nice to just, I guess, have 2 plans. Have yours going into it, and you all compile and collaborate to make sure that it's one cohesive plan, so that they're aware of things on your end that you need, and you're aware of, kind of certain go-to points that they have. But definitely be prepared as much as possible. And I love the CPR certification. I too have a CPR
Ah,
certification. And, just or have even been a part of different organizations that just require having that for their team, especially their meetings and events team. So that's definitely a good thing to have, because you never know when you can use it.
and I've used it. So I won't say when, but I'm glad I had the recall, if that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah, absolutely.